Hey, buddy. Looks like you bagged yourself a major terrorist here.
Yeah. We got the positive ID from the fingerprints and the dental records that were sent to us from Interpol. It's guy Mahoney. He was the big bad cheese based in Libya, and then his friend O'Hara. He was a munitions expert.
Mm-hmm. So what did you do? Put in another all-nighter?
Yeah, maybe pretty much. Wait, there's a report on your desk in there.
Yeah, there is. But it didn't answer all my questions.
Or maybe some questions don't need to be asked.
We have a missing body.
We have a death certificate.
Right. Signed by the bride herself.
She's a doctor, you know? What more do you need?
The coroner's autopsy report would be nice.
That would just show that Patrick died of gunshot wounds, you know? We have witnesses that saw the whole thing. Forensics dug a slug out of Todd Manning's penthouse wall, and it matched the gun that was Mahoney's. It's not like you have to go to trial or anything, you know? Because Mahoney and O'Hara, they're both dead.
You are pretty cool for a man who just lost a good friend.
Well, sometimes you have to decide, are you going to give up? Or are you going to drive on? Eyes front, you know? Forward. Oh. Life sucks. It's not just Patrick, either. Things are pretty crummy between Nora and me right now.
How's Mel?
Better. Miraculously.
How's Nora?
Oh, Nora's nerves are still jangling from having dodged bullets at the country club the other night. And I'm worried about Marty. Has she contacted you at all?
No.
The whole thing seems so surreal. You know, like one of Dolly's dripping watches. All the things you thought you could count on, you can't. Like weddings leading to the happily ever after, right? Wrong. I don't know why people bother anymore. It just leads to a road filled with a lot of pain.
How are things with you and Bo?
Ugh. I don't know how I could love him and at the same time be so fed up with him.
You're avoiding me.
You're right. You're not going to con me the way you did Maggie.
You're disgusted by me, right?
In a word? Yes.
Well, see, I disgust me. I just got the most amazing woman to agree to marry me, and I'm a jerk.
Yes, but she doesn't know how big a joke you really are.
No. I think you underestimate her. Maggie's very savvy, believe me. I think she knows more about my limitations than you even think you do. And you know what? She still loves me, even when I go out and do dumb things.
Okay. Well, how about criminal? Stupid, destructive, and dumb.
Ian, I'm gonna tell her about the boiler when the time is right, okay? Believe me. I told you.
Yeah, well, only because you thought I would pat you on the back and say, well done. Now that you have avoided that obstacle, let's get on and develop the waterfront, partner. I could share in your guilt. If Maggie found out, then she probably wouldn't want to hate both of us, right? Oh, come on. I'm wise to you, Max.
Oh, Ian, did you look at your sister's face yesterday? Now, you tell me, when is the last time you saw her glow like that, huh? We went out last night to the palace, had a little champagne, danced in the wee hours. She was so happy. She's going to get to build her school. She's going to get to go into partnership with us. We're going to be able to make a major contribution to the community of East Landview. And we are going to make a tidy profit in the process. And you want me to undo all this good for the sake of your conscience?
Oh, I see. And your conscience isn't an issue. And you propose to base all of this good on dishonesty. I don't think so, Max. Besides, you can't develop diddly squat without my money.
Oh, you weren't serious about backing out on the partnership, were you?
Dead serious.
You would really go and just flush Maggie's dreams right down the drain? Come on, I know you. You love her more than you're disgusted by me.
It's because I love her so much that I don't want to be a part of this.
See, that's something we have in common. We both love her. We have a bond here. We both love her, and you know what? I like you. Don't ask me why, but I do.
You like my money?
No. I mean, your money's nice, but that's not the thing. I can get money anywhere for this deal. It's so good. Thing is, I miss you. I want you to be part of this. I want you on board. Maggie wants you on board. So come on, get on board, huh? Hey.
Morning.
Ooh, were sticking like a log.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, somebody officially proposed to me yesterday and then kept me awake all night.
Who's that?
Telling me how much he loved me, but I am planning my revenge. I'm going to keep him up tonight.
Is that a promise?
Hi. Hey. See the one about the horse? He walks into the bar, saunters up to the bartender, and the bartender asks, "So, why the long face?" It's a joke, Ian. Hey. Hey, what's the matter with you?
Shall I tell her?
Is this serious?
Oh, Ian and I were just having a frank exchange of views.
Oh, no, Ian, please, please. I am happier than I have been in a long time. Like, I've been thinking about the three of us working together. The more I think about it, the more I like it. You know, so I won't be able to build my school, I imagine, but everything's going to be okay. You know, I got my husband-to-be and my brother as the center of my life, and that's what I want to build my rock on, you know? Family and love and trust. I feel safe for the first time in my life. I don't have to be outrageous anymore. I can just be happy.
Amen.
Yeah. So, you be happy too?
I would do anything to keep that smile on your face.
Okay.
So I'm happy that you're happy. Now. How's that?
That's all right. But I gotta warn you, I intend to make you seriously joyful. Right, Max?
Right.
You're not gonna be satisfied until you have your own goofy grin permanently in place. Speaking of joy, I want to go tell Andrew the good news. He wants to see you both. You want to come?
Oh, I would love to, but I got some business to take care of. Say hi for me.
Okay.
Actually, I could use some of Cousin Andrew's advice. Yeah. I'll get back to you.
Okay. Me too.
Don't be long.
I really didn't have to stay here late last night. Just work. It was an excuse. I didn't want to go home until Nora was already in bed, and that way we wouldn't get into it again.
Really?
Really. Lately, the past couple of months, I mean, she's been like a spring. It's just wound up real tight. That's why I wanted to get her off to that spa, you know, so she didn't pop a coil.
Yeah, well, you said she came home a lot more relaxed.
Yeah, and that lasted about 10 seconds. Till she saw that motorcycle parked out there in front of the house.
Yeah, well, I got a blast of that in my direction, too. She tried to make me feel like I was a rebel without a cause. Hey, that's cool. You know, James Dean, a young Brando. All I have to do is just suck the gut in a little bit, and we can just... All right, so her reaction really bothered you.
Bothered? I don't think that cuts it, Hank. Try frustrated.
Wow, man. You know, I figured that she would see that you were being real responsible about the whole thing, and it would just blow over.
She sees almost every conversation we have as an opportunity to jump ugly about that bike, you know? And I'm not interested in dealing with too much more of that.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, Nora, she can really dig her heels in when she wants to. I mean, you know, look how she is in the courtroom. And, boy, I have seen you two go at each other's throats over a case.
Yeah, but that's just business, you know? We can leave that here at the office. This is personal.
Yeah, well, come on, man. I don't see this as such a big deal. I mean, it's not like it's about life and death.
You try to convince Nora that.
Oh, it's a motorcycle.
No. It's a major statement, according to Nora. You see, I'm angry because I'm getting older. And I'm even angrier that she's getting older. So this is about ego. See, I'm trying to spit in the eye of fate. She thinks that I want to get on the bike and then die so I can leave her. And here's the clincher. The bike makes me happy. She doesn't.
Oh, come on. That is crazy.
I don't know. There may be just a little element of truth in there that makes it worse.
Wow. I mean, how did this happen?
Beats me, buddy. I've tried everything I know how. I've tried to listen, tried to be sympathetic, understanding. Nothing seems to work.
She doesn't get it.
She may have hit the nail right on the head. That bike is something that I do not want to share. She can't stand that. You know, if I'm going to be happy, she has to be the reason. It's all about her.
All about him, what he wants. He will not give up that motorcycle.
Why should he? Well, I'm sorry, excuse me. A lot of people that ride motorcycles. It's a lot of fun. And Bo's not irresponsible. He's a commissioner. He's not going to forget to wear a helmet.
Do you tell people to smoke, too?
No, I don't think there's a responsible way to smoke.
I mean, is Bo paying you off? I mean, is this some sort of conspiracy? Whose doctor are you, anyway?
I'm an MD. I'm not a marriage counselor.
Yeah, I'll say.
As a doctor, I would like to do anything that's within my power to alleviate some of this stress.
Good. Tell Bo to dump the bike.
But as a friend, I think you better look at exactly what's going on here and why.
Max! I hoped that I would find you here.
Blair, I'm not in the mood to spar today, okay?
Can I say thank you? The day of Patrick's wedding was kind of a blur to me. All I know is I felt as if I were drowning. I didn't know whether Star had been hurt or killed by that terrorist. And, well, then we couldn't get any information from anyone. And, well, you were there for me. You helped me keep my head above water. And, oh, I didn't do anything stupid or impulsive. And, well, I just want you to know that I'm grateful. Believe me, it's going to be hard enough as it is to get custody of Star, and I just don't want to give Kay and Todd any more ammunition, so thank you.
Glad I could help.
Well, you did. I guess, you have to go through a real crisis to find out who your real friends are these days.
I suppose you were surprised you find you had any left in town.
Good old Max, still a little uncomfortable when people get sincere. Guess you prefer that snappy repartee, that little put down with a grin.
That you're so good at? Are you here to work out? Or...
Yes, I am. So is, anyone in the workout room?
Oh, you mean your new friend, Ian? No, just missed.
Did I mention Ian?
No, but I could hear the cash register ringing. What was that? Were you adding up the interest on $6 billion? Better luck next life, Blair.
You know, Max, do you want to keep me away from Ian because you hate me or because you don't?
Could you be a little more obscure?
Are you jealous?
Oh, please. I learned my lesson. I don't want to see the same thing happen to Ian. He's my friend.
Well, Ian's not you.
No, he's not. I know you.
You sure do.
So find another victim.
You know, does, Maggie know that, well, what she's getting herself into? Huh? Oh, wait, don't worry. She's not going to hear it from me. Actually, I think the woman is really, kind of amazing. And if Ian is anything like his twin, well, I'm really looking forward to getting to know him better.
And how are you going to manage that without him getting to know you better? He'll head for the hills.
Like you said, he's not you.
You can't have every candy bar in the store, Blair.
Come on, Max. You know what an appetite I have. And when I want something, I get it. You should know that.
When was the last time you performed a wedding ceremony for a family member? Max proposed to me last night. Thank you.
I'm not even going to ask you if you're happy. I can see that you are.
I am.
Oh, Maggie, it's been in the works for a while, or
Caught
what?
us both by surprise. Actually, I'm the one who proposed first.
You did? Boy, you are such a modern woman.
Yeah, but not marriage.
Okay, you lost me.
Well, Maggie's was a business proposal.
I offered the warehouse lot in exchange for a partnership in Ian and Max's deal on the waterfront.
Yeah.
I could take the profits, build my school, and he said yes, I said yes.
Wow, so you guys are going to be partners in life and in business?
Yes.
That's great. You are as enthusiastic about this as Maggie seems to be?
I'm the odd man out, I suppose.
No, I'm not. You're my brother. You're going to be Max's best man in the wedding. We'll all be business partners, and we are going to live happily ever after.
Speaking of happily ever after, how is Eli adapting to Carlotta being his foster mum?
Oh, well, you know, we're just kind of easing into it. Carlotta did get approved by social services, which is good. And, I don't know when the actual handoff will occur. It's hard to say. We're going to leave that up to Eli, I guess.
Well, looks like they're making progress. Of course, that doesn't surprise me. Who wouldn't want Carlotta as a mother?
So, how do you think this thing is going to work?
Well, I think if you and I just try to understand and respect each other, I think we'll do just fine.
What do you mean by respect? Does that mean I'm going to have to be polite all the time?
No. Why don't you just tell me what's important to you and how you want to be respected, and, you know, we can work some of this stuff out up front, and then, you know, we'll both know what we're getting into.
Now, if I give you some suggestions, will you promise me you won't go overboard and try every herbal and alternative treatment known to man?
Promise. You know me too well,
Yeah.
don't you? Oh, here's our old friends. Vitamin C, vitamin E, wild yam root. I don't know what that one is. Sepia? Okay. Don't worry, I'll be cool. Between my hot flashes.
All right. And when your periods finally end completely, which should be, I figure, about 10 months, I think we ought to consider HRT. Hormone replacement therapy.
Oh, I've done a lot of reading up on that.
I somehow thought so. Well, as you know, then, there are pros and cons to every treatment, and I think you ought to look this over in case there's anything you might have missed.
Yes. Well, so basically I have the option to have osteoporosis or heart disease if I don't take HRT, and I have an increased risk of breast cancer or uterine cancer if I do.
I don't think it's quite as cut and dry as that.
I know. I find that the more that I read, the harder it is to make an informed decision. Help.
All right, well, as a relatively small-boned Caucasian woman, you have a greater risk of osteoporosis. So, first of all, I think we ought to do a bone density scan to get a base level. Now, on one hand, you have no evidence in your family history of heart trouble, of stroke, but the risk of that does increase as the estrogen levels drop, so yet again, there's no breast cancer in your immediate family, so if there were, I would probably advise against HRT.
So I should go for it.
I think it's a good idea, but it's your decision.
And in the meantime?
In the meantime, your hormone levels will continue to fluctuate, which makes things hard to predict.
Oh, that's me. Hard to predict. Ask Bo. He's ready to trade me in for a new model. But then again, he already has. Only the one he's traded me in for has got wheels and dual exhaust.
Nora, you keep trying to make this about a motorcycle because it's nice and concrete. But what is going on between you and Bo is a lot more complicated.
Larry, drop it. I mean, you're right. You're not a marriage counselor.
But I am your friend. And I know how much you and Bo love each other. I also know that you two love to stake out a position and hold on to it very doggedly. Well, I think it's time to get out from behind the motorcycle smoke screen. Take a good, solid, honest look at what's going on here. And then you got to figure out some way to get from where you are to where you want to be.
Well, that sounds very simple. Thank you. Guess I should go see Bo.
It's a good idea.
No, it's not, but what the heck? All right, let's cut to the chase.
Here we go again.
No, we're not going, okay? When was the last time one of us walked out in a fight?
Honey, we were both bone tired. The only place that fight could take us is just deeper into trouble.
Okay, well, don't worry. I didn't come here to pick up where we left off.
That's a good sign.
What's going on with us, Bo? And I don't think it has anything to do with a motorcycle.
Now I think we're getting somewhere. I sure hope so. Sit down, honey. I don't know what it's about. Do you?
I'm scared. I mean, maybe it's just because I just got hit with the idea that you and I are not immortal. We don't have all the time in the world to do all the things that we want to do. We're not going to live happily ever after because there isn't time. I'm reading the fine print on my carton for best results, used by this date.
We have a lot more living to do, honey.
And it's all become so much more precious. I don't want to be cheated out of a minute with you, Bo. So the bike scares me.
I thought you said it wasn't about the bike.
Please don't get all tense on me. I'm trying to find a place where I can live with you and the bike.
You know, we've discussed this whole thing until we're blue in the face. Can't we move past the discussion and just do it?
You're very angry. Why are you so angry?
This is me being patient.
I have feelings, you know.
Oh, lately, do you ever have feelings? I'm sorry that I even said that. You're right. But what about my feelings?
Hey, what's the word?
Oh, Eli and I were just trying to figure out what we expected from each other.
Oh, yeah? Well, look, don't let me interrupt. Treat me to a cup of coffee. I'll just sit here and keep my mouth shut.
Oh, please don't. We want your input.
How fast can you get to 60 starting from a full stop on that bike?
Well, what do you say we talk about that after you and Carlotta finish up here, huh? Besides, I'm curious. What do you expect?
Nothing much.
Now, come on, come on. I mean, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? A doctor, a lawyer, have an after-school job, make some money? Come on, now's your chance. Dream big.
Now, I could use a couple of extra pair of hands around here. I mean, even if it's just to bust the tables, help clean up.
There you go.
What do you pay?
Well, more than minimum wage. Not much more, but some. And, you know, besides, when downtime comes, you and I could just hang. I could help you with your homework or whatever.
I never had a job before.
Yeah, well, I say take the gig and you can start saving for your own bike.
Yeah.
There you go.
I gotta go, you guys. I gotta go open roadies. I love you.
Bye.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Drive safe, eh?
Bye.
So what part aren't you enthusiastic about? The marriage part or the business part?
Look, you've known Max a lot longer than I have. For that matter, you've known Maggie a lot longer than I have. Can he really make her happy?
I think he already has.
How can I put this? We both know that Max has a very keen awareness of his own self-interest, yeah?
Right. He has a very deep feeling for Maggie, and I think it's his own self-interest for him to make her happy.
Okay, but what if those interests come into conflict?
What, as in the warehouse?
Yes, exactly. I mean, Max isn't going to back up an inch. He's not going to compromise.
Hey, they worked it out, didn't they? They're very passionate people, Ian. They're going to have their battles. If the heart's in the right place, they learn to forgive. The important thing is Max understands Maggie's need for freedom and her,
exuberant nature.
Well said. Maggie ping-pongs back and forth between extremes. She always has, long before she lost her father, long before she knew her origins. She's ready to make a commitment. Her life's become purposeful. She's ready to commit to family, to business, to marriage. And obviously, Max is ready for that, too. And he's been through the ringer, believe me. So, Ian, if they found happiness with each other, I think we should just let it be, you know? Find a way to share in it.
Okay. Well, I'm very glad that you told me all of this. I think you've saved me from making a very big mistake.
Oh, man, just relax, Holden.
don't let me disturb you. There were 9 women yakking on the other side over here.
This is not a co-ed steam room.
Would you relax, Mac? There's nobody else in here except us, so just relax.
That's what I was just trying to do.
Okay. Well, then we can relax together. Oh, really need to loosen up after that workout, or I walk around like the Tin Man and the Wizard of Oz. Oh, this is so perfect.
Speak for yourself.
Come on, Max, why are you so edgy? Well, unless, of course, you have something on your conscience.
Is you.
I forgave you a long time ago, Max.
No, it's the fact I ever got involved with you or let you worm your way back into my life.
Is that what I've done?
So I'm just going to sit right here and pretend that you're not over there with just a towel on because I am happily engaged to be married.
My. You actually got the courage up, huh?
Courage had nothing to do with it. We're in love with each other.
Congratulations.
Oh, gee, you almost sound sincere.
I am sincere. I already told you I liked Maggie. She was very helpful to me that night that I was so hysterical over Star. Besides, it takes a very special woman to be kind to her fiancé's ex-mistress.
Well, that's because she knows there's absolutely nothing between us anymore.
We've been there and we've done that, haven't we? So now we could be friends, right?
I guess.
You know, I really do want you and Maggie to be happy. But I know from experience that, I guess you can't really count on things. I mean, things happen.
Like what things, for instance?
Oh, you know, Max.
Why don't you just say it, Blair?
Cards on the table?
Exactly. What do you want?
Listen, I had to go check in with the office. Excuse me. Could I get a refill on that coffee?
No problem.
Later. Thanks.
You're great.
You know, he just seems so hungry for the attention that I know that I can give him, but right now he just needs to reject it.
Hey.
You know, it would take me years to save up for a bike like that.
Oh, yeah, it's an awesome machine.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Noticed what?
I noticed the way you were giving Carlotta a fair break. You even got the district attorney on your side. Way to go.
Okay.
Yeah, so you understand now why I think it's best you go with her, right?
Yeah, but if it's such a great deal, why do you have 3 people working on me overtime?
Because we want it to be your idea. Eli, otherwise it's just another example of adults coming in and messing up your life, right?
Well, I, for one, would like to go on record as saying that I would really like this to work out.
Gosh, aren't I the popular one?
You are. And you're not being totally obnoxious.
So, wait a minute, you guys could share me. I could go hang out at the directory and, you know, take care of River. You know we get along great. And then I could come work for you after school, and I could hang out here when you didn't want me around.
Eli, look, it's not that I don't want you around. I've already explained that to you. It's that I can't take responsibility for you right now, and Carlotta can. She will. She already got a green light from Children's Services. Did you know that? Now all we need is for you to give her a green light.
So, even if I say no, you're still gonna try to change my mind. There's no point. Whatever.
Just urges.
Okay, then let's call them urges. Right now, I'm suppressing the urge to strangle you, honey.
Well, when you cut to the chase, you don't mess around.
Come on, let's just be serious.
I don't want to be serious, Bo. I want to be fun. I want the fun back. I want Bo back. I want us back.
You know, we're not going to get there until you're willing to take my, I don't know, what do you want to call them, urges or whatever it is, seriously. Now, if I can accept you crying over a dead fish, why can't you accept my bike?
Because they're the same thing. The fish and you on your bike. I'm overwhelmed with our mortality.
Oh, honey, please, listen. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to sympathize and encourage you in any way I can, but please do not ask me to be as obsessed with death as you are.
I am not obsessed.
Well, it sure creeps into a lot of our stuff right now, which is fine. I mean, if that's what you're having to deal with, I can handle that. Every time I open the freezer and I see that poor little dead, stiff, frozen fish in there, I think to myself, this is important to her. I have to be patient.
Oh, no, you've been absolutely wonderful. I love you.
Okay. Then what I need is for you, every time you see my bike parked there in the driveway, is to just say to yourself, this is important to him. I must be patient.
But...
No, there's no buts. Honey, really, I think my bike is just as valid as your dead fish. And I think what I need is for you to be as supportive as I'm willing to be right now, and I'm not getting that. You know, it seems like all the weight is down at your end of the seesaw right now, and I'm just dangling up there, and I can't stand it anymore. Because I don't know, I'm afraid I might have the urge to jump off.
So there's no room for negotiation?
Negotiation is a two-way street. And right now, all the traffic seems to be headed in your direction.
Well, we can change that. I can change. I can change. I'm the one. I see that. And change, you know, is what it's all about, right? Bo. Now I'm really scared.
Well, I'm feeling better about this all the time.
Just remember, with Eli, it's 2 steps forward and 1 step back. You never know when you're making progress.
I know. As long as I can keep him from feeling trapped, I think that's usually when he starts to act out. But I think he's starting to trust me.
Well, I don't know that the word trust is in Eli's vocabulary yet.
Not yet, but he wants it.
Oh, he wants it, absolutely. That's why I think it's such a great idea for him to work at the diner. Because by giving him some responsibility, it shows him that I trust him.
Well, that sounds like my bike. Wait a minute, where's my helmet? I had my keys in it.
Where's Eli?
No.
Oh, man. That little sucker just took off with my bike.
Okay, cards on the table. Yes, I did hear you confess all to Ian.
Heard what exactly?
Oh, come on, Max. I heard that you jammed the boiler and caused the fire in Maggie's warehouse.
By accident.
The fire, you mean, right?
Well, we know the name of the game now, don't we?
There's no game, Max.
How long to figure out what your price is, huh?
Max, come on. I was just having a little fun with you, that's all. I've been bored out of my skull ever since, you know, the rehab and everything. I've just kind of enjoyed watching you twist in the wind, trying to figure out what I knew and didn't know. It was kind of a therapy for me, that's all.
Yeah, I'm so glad I could oblige.
But I never intended to do anything with that information.
I'd be a lot more comfortable if you just dropped the act and went right for my jugular.
That was a different lifetime, Max.
Oh.
I think it took me going to hell and back to realize that the more happiness there is in the world, the more I had a chance for it to rub off on me. So, I'm not going to use the information. I'm not going to hurt you in any way, okay?
You won't do anything. You don't want anything.
Well, of course I want something. I want Star back. I want my health back, and I want what you and Maggie seem to have. You know, blackmailing you is not going to get me any of that.
So it's just that you're being pragmatic. You haven't had a change of heart.
You know, Max, we're a lot alike. I know you hate to admit that, but We both do stupid things when it comes to love, so what I think we need is a guardian angel or something to make sure we get it right. Or at least a good friend.
And that would be you.
Well, friends help each other.
Oh, I see. Goes both ways. You help me, I help you.
Not because you have to.
Oh, because I want to.
You know, I have noticed that Ian is not so hot on you, and I thought, well, you know, the closer I am to Ian, the more I could put in a good word for you, see?
Oh, very neatly done, Blair. Very neatly done. I was right. You are after his money. Same old,
yeah,
same old.
you're wrong about that, okay? Because motherhood has changed me.
Oh.
I'm a kinder, gentler Blair. You know, not, you know, I will say that I could, well, Ian could be very useful. I mean, but I do like him for who he is. He's a charmer.
Oh, takes one to know one.
You know, Max, I think you might be just a little bit jealous, are you? You are. Okay, well, good, because I just want you to know that you will always have a special place in my heart.
You mean the cast iron one?
Okay, Max, go right ahead. You just keep me at a distance. But you were there for me when I needed you the other night. And you cared for me, and you cared for Star. And I'll never forget that. I just, wish that I could show you how much it meant to me.
We have other fish to fry.
Yeah. We do. Alas, I guess I have to get out of here.
Sounds good.
Oh, oops. Oh, Max.
I can explain this.
Stay tuned.